Sorry guys, we're going for a ride. No tripod, so. Get me my own light. It's all downhill from here. We want me to go throw, where are we stuck now? Oh, back wheels. Ready? Oh, stop. I got a ramp over here is flipping over. I do not know how to fix that. No, it's sliding off. All right, you got that? Don't know if I'm gonna be able to move it. That's about as good as I'm gonna be able to move it. Go for it. No, it should be lined up now. We out of line? Oh, we got the line. We're just stuck on solid ground. Hold on, we can try this. So where I can get you, you guys gonna get my no. Alrighty. Welcome to the live. Hopefully, I switch us over here.
Yeah, we're live.
Hopefully, it worked.
Yeah, it is. I can see us up on the thing. So.
No, I meant switching everybody from the live premiere that was just ended. And,
okay. You mean
kick
from
you guys
the premiere?
over here directly afterwards. I don't know if my mic settings are just too loud.
It might be. But also, I mean, I'm not using a headset or anything right now, so.
That might be the difference. I don't think I have this any louder than I... No, that's about where I normally have it. Alrighty, guys. So, that's actually the first time I ever dumped a premiere directly into a live stream. Hopefully that came out well. I'm thinking I might start doing that more often with the videos. Post the video and then have it go directly into the live stream. Not sure. But yeah, I know that I got some feedback from Big E saying the music was a bit too loud during talking parts. I don't know if it was just the last part, because I figured that was a little loud, but I don't know. I'm also figuring some stuff out here. I was actually looking at car parts today. Oh my god, buying actual car parts.
What a concept!
Huh?
So what a concept!
I know, right? I was... What the hell is this doing?
Well, hey, I think I bought cooler car parts needed, but that's okay.
Huh?
I think I bought cooler car parts needed.
You bought cooler car parts?
Yeah, well, I'm not yet then.
I haven't bought any yet, so yeah, of course you did.
Oh, there you go. So I win no matter what.
Is that your dad laughing?
Yeah, he's in the background. Howdy.
Hi, Dad.
How's it going?
It's going okay. All
Okay.
right. We got Bradley's in here, Big E's in here. Of course, Miss Katarina is in here. We'll see who ends up here on screen with us. I haven't heard from Joe today, so he may or may not pop in. Not sure if Chris is popping in or not. He might wait till he's somewhere a little more private than a restaurant. Last time I saw, he was picking his face with some freaking delicious ass looking food.
Fair enough.
Got it. I just got done eating. But yeah, I'm looking at car parts. I was looking at getting the timing controller and the coil for the rest of the EFI setup and spark plug wires, which is becoming a little bit more of a pain in the butt than I originally thought it was going to be. Mainly because there's so many different ones, but with the Holley EFI setup, I have to make sure that it's got good radio interference protection and some others, some other thing. What is the other one? Uh, RFI suppression. So it doesn't mess with the computer inside of the sniper, the Holley sniper unit.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never paid. I'm looking at the prices for these spark plug wires. I have never paid that much for freaking spark plug wires ever.
Yeah, those are the ones that are like $160 or whatever.
Less than that, but close.
Well, I mean Canadian, I think they're 160.
Yeah, they're about 115. Even the Holley and that's the Holley ones are. Let's find those. For the Holley ones, it looks like I am looking at about the same, about 125
Oh, there you go.
for
Yeah,
the.
because you know the stuff that I bought at auction, because actually it's or at auction at I'm so used to saying auction and not swap meet because this is literally the first swap meet I've ever been to. Is well, I was looking for a T5 transmission and two 8.8 rear ends. I
Right.
found no 8.8 rear ends, which surprised the hell out of me. Except for one that was adapted to a Mopar, which is kind of odd to see one like that. But hey, there you go. Cheaper than an 8 3/4, I guess. Um, and and I found two T5s, but the one needed a rebuild, and the other one was $1,500. I didn't want to spend $1,500 on the transmission, so didn't end up doing that. But I did end up getting this, which is a Hurst short throw shifter for a T5.
Can you hold that any more awkwardly?
It doesn't. It's not a straight up and down bar, okay? But yeah.
Yeah, that's just some cool finds.
Yeah.
I haven't gone swap meet hunting in I don't know how long.
Yeah, it happens. You gotta care about it. Yeah, so I have that. I bought some Hot Wheels as well, and I bought this Edelbrock air cleaner. Right now, I only paid. These normally retail for around $180 or so. I bought it for $80, and that short throw shifter, which is brand new, they retail for around $400, and I paid $150 for it.
Yeah.
So like really good deal to be honest. And I needed an air cleaner, so.
Well, that's new. Actually, maybe it's not new. Maybe I just don't see it because I don't normally open up this window halfway into the live stream. I opened up the chat, so I have the big chat because I had the chat from Streamlabs open and I could reply there, but I opened up the big chat through YouTube itself and it popped up the community guidelines reminder. I'm like, I don't
Oh,
remember ever seeing that, but then again, it's normally all the way at the top of my list. I don't normally pop into my own chat in the middle of live. And Biggie, it's not 115 each. It's 115 for a set of 8, but that also does not include the coil wire because normally my engine doesn't have a coil. So if I want to have a coil wire, well, then I got to buy that separately because it wouldn't normally come in a kit designed for Pontiacs. Because I will have a coil wire with this new setup. Because it's not an HEI distributor anymore. Well, it is, but not the one with the coil inside the distributor. It'll have a separate coil, which is what I was looking at purchasing earlier.
Weird. I didn't even know they did that. So there you go.
What, the non-coiled HEI?
Well, I mean, I'm used to having just the coil outside of everything, like, because I have an HDI. I haven't exactly popped it open to see, hey, is there one in or not?
I haven't had to deal with a coil wire ever. Actually, no, I lie. The inline 6 had a coil wire because when originally, the original distributor I had for the inline 6 had an outside coil. I replaced it with an HEI distributor. And an HEI distributor for Chevys, the coil is underneath of the cap. Or actually, it sits on top of the cap, but underneath of a separate cover. So there's no actual like coil wire because the coil is literally sitting right over top of the rotor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm assuming my HDI is the same. That's what I'm guessing. So
No, not always, because sometimes they have the center plug that you plug your coil wire into to go to a separate coil. I don't know if all Fords do that or just the stock Fords. You are being photobombed, and we're about ready to get mooned.
Oh yeah, you got cat ass on there.
Right? That's what everybody wants to see.
yeah. Hi, Rascal. Yeah,
He says, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
Yeah, someone because I'm live.
Exactly. It's always when you're busy wanting to do something else. Whenever you want their attention, they want nothing to do with you.
Well, also, you have a laptop in your lap, you'll get cat.
Or a phone in your hand.
It's worse with the computer because they're just like, hey, you're really paying attention to something. Let me jump on you. Right. Compared to a phone where it's not as bad.
All right. So the parts that are in my parts list is the Sniper EFI Hyperspark ignition box. It's kind of like an AL6, but with a brain. So it also talks to the Sniper itself. So that way the Sniper can control timing. So it'll be able to adjust timing on the fly. And tell the basically we'll be able to adjust the advanced timing and all of that stuff on the fly. Instead of a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, like because my distributor technically could do that if it had a proper computer talking to it.
Well, yeah, if you had the stock computer, yeah.
Yeah, well, I get. Yeah.
But it also wouldn't like it still is the stock computer is still basically working with a dumb air fuel table.
Oh well,
it's preset from the factory, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, well, and the thing is, because that distributor, like, it's a new one that's designed,
work
for
with
that, right?
The stock one, yeah.
And the thing is, with that, like, my brain is not working today. Like, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep.
You're missing a few cylinders.
Yep. Oh yeah, I woke up at 6, and yeah, I got back here just after 5. So it's been a long
Well,
day.
we had a long day yesterday. We went down to Lancaster. That's where I filmed the last bit of the video that we just premiered before this. Um, because I got a message from the storage lot that they wanted me to cover the cars. So it's like, okay, go up, go cover the cars. But we also had an event down there that Jess wanted to go do, and we also wanted to take Luca down to this huge pet store that's down there that lets you pet stingrays.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, all the fish you can think of, they let you pet stingrays. They've got kitty cats, all kinds of stuff down there. But she was also going down to a dog adoption event, which they had one dog there.
A dog adoption event for one dog.
Well, it was an opening for like a brewery restaurant, but they also had what is it, something for pitties. But it was a pit bull like adoption event too as well, but they only brought one dog. The rest were all pictures in a binder.
That's fair. Uh,
Those covers look good. What covers? Where? What?
I'm assuming he's talking about the covers in your car.
Oh, they're just Walmart freaking standards. Like I wanted to get nicer ones just because I wanted the protection of them not ripping as well, but I couldn't. Like Walmart has the nice ones, but they didn't have any on the shelves in either of the ones that I went to. And the only ones that they had, and those barely fit my car. I should have went up to a size 4, but on the box it said, "Oh yeah, we'll fit this size car," and like, no, it doesn't. Even without the front fenders on my car, it didn't want to fit.
Yeah, well,
No bumper, no rear bumper on the Black Nova, but it has fenders, and that one would not go over top of the bumper, the front bumper. And then the gray one has no front or rear bumper, and it would not go over the front frame horns.
yeah, those are big cars. So even though they're supposed to be small, but they're
Yeah,
big.
but like on the box it says we'll fit a 70, like a 69 through 2000 and whatever. I think 2002. I think it said Camaro. Well, the Nova is not bigger than my Trans Am. And the Trans Am is basically roughly the same size as the Camaro, so it should have fit. But
Well, actually, isn't the Firebird longer by like a foot just because of the nose cone?
some of the Camaros had that long nose too, just a different shape.
You just
Now
don't.
the
It's not
newer
as pronounced.
Camaros, some of the newer Camaros were shorter because the Firebird had that really big pointed peak in the front of them, like 90s ones.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm thinking like the late '70s ones. They seem like a lot bigger of a car, like just nose wise.
The
Just
nose on
because.
the nose on a Trans Am is probably about the same length as the nose on a Camaro for those years.
Oh, okay. It's just more pronounced, I guess, because it goes to a peak. That's why.
Yeah, I just strapped it down with a ratchet strap and made it work. I wasn't going to return them, and they were like $30-$40 a cover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cheap ones.
Yeah, well, cheap, yeah, but
Oh
when
no,
you're buying two,
I get it.
when you're
Trust
buying
me.
two of them in a shot just to cover some freaking, project cars, that it's not like I'm protecting some freaking beautiful car or anything. It's just because somebody found their site offensive.
This is so stupid. Like
It's an
really.
eyesore. Got to cover it up. It's not so much an eyesore if we can't see it.
Yeah, except for a year, you know what's under it. What's the point?
Well, I do, but
No, I
people
mean, but
people
if they already
stopping
saw it, they know
by,
what it is.
right? People stopping by to store their stuff don't know what's under them.
Yeah, but it's just it's just stupid. Like really, if you are that upset about a car that's sitting, well, two cars that are sitting, like, give me a break.
Well, at least I have a spot. I mean, that's what I can think of. I have a spot to keep them for now, till I can clean out the
Oh
garage
yeah.
and get them home.
Absolutely. Like it's a good situation that way. It's just I find it silly though unless if you're like living in a very upscale, like if it's a very upscale area, I can understand why that would be a sort of thing. But
It's inside of a storage lot. It's
yeah,
parked next to a really expensive RV. If you saw the video, you'll know where they're parked at. There was when I first pulled them in, there was an RV on the one side and like
that's a guy that's prone.
like an upscale short bus on the other side, like a tour bus on the other side of it. When I parked them in there, so I mean, it is what it is. And I don't think they can be seen from the street from there. They might be able to.
Yeah, but still, that'd be like in my little trailer park if somebody got upset because my car's not painted. Like,
yeah.
Similar idea. Don't get me wrong, your cars look a lot rougher than mine, but because they are. But
hey, that RV was instrumental in gauging the unload of the first unit. Well, we didn't park the second one that freaking straight. It doesn't help the fact that neither of those cars have a steering wheel, and the second car we pulled in was quite heavy, so it didn't want to steer at all.
Oh, come on, just get some vice grips, you're fine.
See you later, Biggie. If you haven't hit the like button before you leave, please do. Not begging at all.
No, not at all.
Pilot, isn't every beer run an emergency beer run? But you say, and Pilot, you missed the live premiere of my latest video right before this live stream. It's
Or maybe he didn't, and it's the saying that.
Maybe
he's lying about the emergency beer run.
Sean Reed PM. I read it. It just said Sean Reed PM.
Like, I got notified for the premiere, but it's just like I'm not gonna watch it.
It says RV. It says RV. What kind of PM is that?
I'm tired. Getting one of these sort of streams. But again, I'm only going to be here until the top of the hour.
Yeah, it says, and a chain greatly aided straight. I'm thinking... Okay, I get what he said. I'm not saying that live, just no incriminating evidence. Oh, Pilot, I'm so disappointed. He saw the notice but didn't watch it.
I mean, technically, I did too, and I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I know. I'm disappointed. Like, disappointed.
Hey.
Shame.
Yeah, sir. I was setting up for the live here.
So was I.
Yeah.
I was setting up for the live and also participating.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to go grab anything. I did.
I had to grab my alcohol out of the fridge. I had to grab a cup. I had to grab tea in case I didn't want to drink anymore, but I still was thirsty. I have my Girl Scout cookies that we bought yesterday while we were down checking out the puppies or puppy. And I had to set up all of this. In fact, I was so preoccupied with setting all this up, I forgot to hit the mute button on the mic while we were doing the countdown for the actual live. And somebody commented in the video that they could hear me before I was live. And the only reason that's because I have to mute that mic and I have to unmute it as soon as because it won't just mute it for that scene that I have the countdown for. If I like take it off that scene, it takes it off of the actual live stream as well, which is annoying.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And something that I actually have coming, should be here next week, is I'll have a proper webcam.
Yeah, webcam coming.
Yeah, I've got a C920X Pro coming, so pretty good webcam.
There you go. We're webcamming your webcam.
Yeah, look at that.
This is the C920, and that's the C922.
Yeah, but mine's the C920X Pro.
I don't know what the difference is to know whether or not that could just be like what a lot of companies do. Let's throw some pro in there and some extra letters, and it makes it sound more important.
So it definitely could be, and you know what? I'm totally fine with it because, like, here's the thing: that webcam was cheaper than the regular C920 by $20. So
I don't know. I don't know how much that bodes well for the pro.
No, it was on sale. The regular one wasn't. That's what it was.
Just razzing you.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be a good little thing, and then yeah, you know, we'll have. I'll be able to use like the laptop for this, and not have to use the phone on a tripod.
Pilot says, should he still watch it? Yes, you should still watch it. There was some great sketchy action in there. We almost lost the car, and in the next video, we're gonna almost lose that car too. We almost lost both cars. And I think the last three loads. So the gray Nova, the black Nova, and the Trans Am that we're gonna load. That we already loaded it, but that I'm making a video of. There was a sketchy bit in each one of those loads. The first one, Bradley here in the comments decided to haul the Nova up onto the freaking trailer all by himself with a freaking 2-inch freaking tow strap. 2-inch wide tow strap, which, geez, I mean that's like some of those. Do they even still have that competition, like the World's Strongest Man competition that they had back in the 90s, where they had like to lift the Atlas stone and stuff?
Yeah, they still do that.
Yeah, they should just have.
Now it's televised on. It's now televised on stuff that's not the what is it? Worldwide Sports or something? I can't remember what it was called.
Well, I mean, that could have been a competition in that, man. I mean, let's just haul a whole freaking car up onto a freaking flatbed.
Yeah. I mean,
there's no evidence. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no evidence because, you see, we'll go back to that first video. I had like the 20-second clip, okay, of when I first pulled up and we started to film. And then everything went to hell in a handbasket. And by the time me and Chris got back from going to the stores, Bradley already had the damn car up onto the freaking flatbed, and we were ready to strap it down. And then Chris went and took it back out to Brad's house before taking it down to the storage lot. So I wasn't there to film that either. So I had all this intention of filming the whole thing. I got 20 seconds of footage and like 2 pictures.
Oh, I need that cord.
So,
yeah.
So like that, I have no footage from the gray car going up onto the, getting to the storage unit. So, it's like I had planned on having a whole video. I brought out, cameras and stuff like that, and never ended up filming. And so the second one, I only brought my phone. And I ended up getting, I think, about almost 45 minutes of footage I had to cut down to the I think the 18 minutes that it ended up being. Yeah, and I was going to add the other stuff to it, but it was already 18 minutes long, and it was going to be too long if I tagged that stuff onto it too. So I'll just make it a separate video.
Yeah, well, because actually, I'll have a video going on tomorrow when it's finally uploaded. Because I'm not uploading it right now, because otherwise we wouldn't be doing this live stream period.
Well, we would, but you would be looking like a 1980s pixelated small TV.
Yeah, pretty accurate. And I probably wouldn't hear you very well either. So,
oh yeah, you'd hear like a snippet every like 30 to 2 minutes, 30 seconds to 2 minutes.
Yeah. But basically, because I did a video today at the swap meet, and the one thing is I will fully admit I'm dead freaking tired throughout the entire video, so it's not to my normal quality, but whatever, it's a video out, I don't care. That's how that's going. But yeah, it was a good day, and I was hanging out with Roy Marco for most of the day. So
there you go.
Yeah, he was there. He had a table set up, and he was selling stuff. So
I cannot wait to be able to bring stuff out to car shows and do that kind of stuff, but that's not right now. I'm in the process of ordering stuff to be able to get that vehicle out and enjoying car shows.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I still need
Yeah,
I still
we're.
need a sewing machine though. That's not something you normally hear from a mechanic, but I need a sewing machine.
Why do you need a sewing machine?
It's a video from about 4 years ago. We started doing something for the TA, and until the sewing machine that I had decided it just gave up the ghost and left town, and didn't even give me 2 weeks notice.
Well, there's this thing called going to like secondhand shops and stuff like that and buying a cheap little sewing machine.
That's the problem. It was a cheap little sewing machine. It
Yeah,
did
well,
not
you
like
can really
sewing through. It did not like sewing through 4 layers of fabric and an inch of foam.
Oh, you were sewing through the foam too. There's your problem.
I have to be able to make these the what I was making. Basically, I was making seat covers, actual seat covers, not like slip-on covers, but the actual ones that you hog ring onto the base foam.
Yeah. Oh.
So they have a 1/2 inch of foam padding on the backside of the fabric, and I was at a seam where I was making I think it was a French something or whatever seam, and it is literally 4 layers of fabric plus the 2 because you have the 1 layer of fabric with the foam behind it going down in, and then you have your piping, which is a piece of fabric folded in half with a piece of nylon pipe through it. And then you have the other layer of fabric with the foam behind it. So it was foam, fabric, 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 foam. And I'm trying to sew through all of it. And
well, see, okay, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna need a sewing machine that is more expensive than your car.
No, I don't
need
need
like
one.
a fast to do that.
I mean, it would be a what is it, a Jado, a Jado? The hell do they call it? I mean, if I wanted to go that route, I could pick one of those up for about $400 or $500.
Well,
but I'm going to try getting a industrial. How is the brand? I can get it at Michael's. They're about like $250 to $300. That should sew through all that.
Yeah. Well, if they can actually do that, that's cool. Because usually machines that can do that are well over $1,000. So.
Yeah, no. See if I can find.
Unless you want embroidery done.
Yeah, no. I have somebody that has a full embroidery CNC table downstairs. I mean, so my mom's boyfriend, his mom has like a $3,000. It takes up a whole room. Literally takes up a whole room. But it literally you put it in the you put your image in the computer, and it will literally embroider a whole quilt.
That's a cheap one.
I don't know how much it was. I just know it's expensive.
That's a cheap one.
She also has the things to be able to embroider
machine.
hats and other stuff too. So,
Miss Farmer, I'd say for one of her business, a good embroidery machine for entry level is about $10K.
That might be how much it was. I don't know. I mean, my mom told me about it. I mean, I've seen it because when my mom's Explorer was down there for the transmission swap, it's right off the room that it's in is right off of the garage, which is technically her basement.
And
I got to see it.
If you want to get a depending actually, because you can get a FAF for around like $6 or $7 but they're still really like an amazing, honestly, quality. And what's cool about the FAF as well, like, and bear in mind, they're not like a giant machine that you guys are talking. They're somewhat smaller, but you can, type it in just like your CAD program and stuff like that of what you want made onto it, and it'll embroider it for you.
Yeah, that's exactly what the things. But what I was actually looking at back when right after that one broke was I was looking at used industrial sewing machines.
Yeah.
So factory sewing machines.
Yeah. Well,
And you can
like the
pick
one
them up.
like
You can pick them up. I mean, these are the pre-computer, like, just like there's nothing fancy about them. It's literally just just it's none of the fancy stuff that you would see on on a commercial sewing machine. But it'll sew through like half-inch of leather. So yeah, but they're not too expensive. It's just a matter of finding them because up here in the area that I live in, there used to be a whole lot of textile industry up here. So we can find those machines up here because most of those businesses are dying, so they're selling that stuff off.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. 'Cause yeah, like somebody that I knew and whatever else, they bought a fast machine off of a company, and actually they weren't supposed to get it as cheap as they did. Whoever sold it to them kind of screwed that up. But that machine I think cost them used. It was like $2,000, but that machine retails for like $8 on the used market. So they got one hell of a deal on it. But yeah, I mean that's about the extent of my sewing machine / embroidery knowledge. That's right there. We'll admit, not much of a housewife that way.
Okay, well, everybody's getting 10K of points. That is in the chat right now.
God damn it, I screwed that up again.
What?
I'm not used to typing with this specific keyboard, so when I press enter, I'm actually pressing / then enter at the same time, so it screws up my gamble.
Yeah, it does. I don't know who all got that, but
I don't know.
The points.
Let's tell you.
But anybody who's in the chat right now should have at least 10,000 points. Which means everybody above my name. Now, Mr. Mach 1, he was in the live stream. He was in the premiere.
Yeah, he talked in here, like, had, like, 1 or 2 messages and then... So.
Well, that was the other live that he was in. I don't think he was in this one. I didn't see him.
No, he was here.
Where?
Go to the very start of this freaking live stream, dude. You'll see him.
Oh, I see him. I missed it.
Fail.
Oh, that was fun. The premiere thing. I've done it before, but like literally was the only one sitting in there for my own premiere, which was kind of a bummer. But I think with posting that one right before my actual live might have helped pull more people in. I don't know.
That's right. I mean, we have about the same that we normally do. So.
Well, I'm not talking about this live stream. I'm talking about the live premiere that was before this one.
Oh, that's right, man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've done one of those, but the thing is, it didn't make a difference because I didn't watch it with them. I was promoting the crap out of the video because that's what I do. As soon as the video goes live, I promote the crap out of it.
Chris, are you able to turn your phone sideways? Or would it mess everything out?
Yeah. Well, like, another thing is, because, I mean, I just did a video the other day of just a nice little point of view drive along the highway.
Oh, that's much better.
And, well, like, and the thing is, I didn't actually finish premiering that video because I kept getting spam blocked on YouTube or on Facebook.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I got it twice in one night.
Yeah, I haven't posted anything on Facebook or anything that, like, all of my videos are on YouTube. I'm not posting them everywhere because I want to direct those views to YouTube.
Okay, well, that's how I grew my channel, to do it that way. So.
Yeah, but you do the shorts and stuff everywhere.
I mean, I do the shorts, but to be honest, my shorts don't get very many views typically. Like, there's like 2 shorts that have like more than say 200 views.
All right.
Really. So most of my stuff is like 100 views or under for the shorts. So, and but my videos themselves get an average of around 800 to 1,000 views per. So, and that's again, and majority of that typically, like sometimes not. Like my metrics tell me whether it's actually my metrics tell me whether it's actually external source or from YouTube itself, right?
Well, I mean, like I'll post a link to my YouTube channel other places.
Yeah, see, I do the individual video.
But I won't upload the video itself to YouTube. I mean to Facebook or other places.
Oh no, I'm not uploading the video itself. All I'm doing is taking the link.
Yeah, I do
from
that.
video,
I do that all the time.
Posting it. Yeah.
He's not. You have to be in the top 10, Pilot.
He's not. Look.
How not?
Because he hasn't been here.
It still hasn't been freaking gambling yet. Oh, okay. Because the top. I would say he's definitely above me though. I would say anybody below me is not participating in the chat very much. Because I'm only at 4,000 points. So I would say anybody that's below me, because the rest of them have like less than 500 points that are below me.
And also our compatriot, Team Mechanic, he announced in his last video that he's going to be at some point selling the Matador. So.
Oh boy, so he had enough of it already?
No, it's like the thing is he wanted that Lincoln, but obviously that didn't happen.
No, I don't know if
we already all know that.
I don't know if I'd want the Lincoln over top of the Matador though.
No, I mean he's weird.
I think I would have taken the Matador over the Lincoln.
Well, here's the thing: he would take a Crown Vic over that Matador. Like it's just a Vic.
I can't imagine what I would take a Crown Vic over.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, that Matador.
Yeah, I think I would take the Crown Vic over the Prius, unless it was like a Hayabusa powered Prius.
Here's the thing right now. With the gas prices going insane, Prius values are going through the roof.
I don't care. Hey, do you know what a Prius is? It is monster truck food. That's what a Prius is.
Well,
it's just an expensive monster truck fuel.
And make money on it. Duh.
I wouldn't want to put somebody else through that.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Hey, you could do the roadkill thing where when they did the Prius, that was freaking hilarious.
I could do. You know what I do with a Prius? You take two mud trucks and you put one on each end of the Prius.
Sides and doors.
Well, no. You take the Prius, you put it in the center, you attach chain to both ends to it, and you use it for the center for tug of war. Whoever gets the bigger chunk wins.
I mean,
that leaves you out. Your transmission's screwed up unless you're pulling in reverse.
I didn't say my truck. No, like the ones on like the Hemet and stuff, like on Heavy D Sparks and stuff. Those big like 6x6s and 8x8s.
That's not even a competition. Come on, you gotta have something compatible to the towing unit.
No. You have one of those on each side. The Prius is just in the middle.
Yeah, there's no competition there. I mean,
the competition is who gets the bigger chunk of the Prius. When it rips apart in half.
Yeah, but whoever has the most torque taken out is just going to rip. I mean, they're going to shred the thing. I mean,
that's the point.
Get something a little more compatible pull there.
The whole point was to destroy the Prius. The trucks were just the entertainment.
Yeah, but hell, you can do that with 2 3/4 ton pickups. You don't need a Hemet.
I want to watch that thing just completely just.
Well, see, here's the thing. Nobody is actually going to get a big portion of the car only because you'd attach it to either the control arm or somehow it doesn't have a proper frame.
You don't need it. You just I mean, if wrap the whole
if you're going to do that, then you need to put a big armor plate on the back of each Hemet, put some tannerite in the damn Prius, and whoever gets a bigger chunk pulls the trigger that blows the rest of it up. Make it real interesting.
But no, like you know what I'm talking about, Chris. You did where you literally put the strap around the whole vehicle and just have it cinch wrap with Heavy D Sparks uses those what are they called?
Yeah, them big towing recovery straps.
Yeah, but the ones that are like kind of stretchy. What are they called?
Yeah.
Shoot, he calls them something. I can't think of the name.
Yeah, I can't remember the company name. Yeah, I mean, actually, it'll stretch 20 or 25%, and then
Yeah.
it snaps whatever you're pulling out.
Yeah, exactly. Those things are freaking. Those things are, and they're like, and the thing that they use to couple it to the chain is like a quarter of the size of the strap, and yet that thing sits there and holds. They said the thing will hold more than a chain will.
Oh,
And by
yeah,
the
they
way, if you
will.
happen to hear
They're
my
ridiculous.
girlfriend making weird noises in the background, she's playing Overwatch on her computer, which is directly behind mine. She may yell. She may become infuriated and yell things at the competition. She fell down a hole earlier, and she was so upset.
We're used to that when she torments you, and then
Yeah,
she
but
about
she's
the
not
same
tormenting
thing, just
me
on
right
screen,
now.
right?
Yeah, she's not tormenting me right now. Well, she's busy. She's busy. She's not bored.
Take that big, long, remote-controlled little thing you got and reach over and hit the button on the power strip under her desk.
No, I built that computer. I don't feel like having to rebuild it. You got a Hot Wheels of your little Honda. Is that what that is?
No, actually, this is not a. Because I have a Matchbox of the Civic, although it's incorrect here.
I can only
But
see
it's
it a little
actually
bit.
But that is a N600.
It looks like your Civic.
They're similar, except for it's actually a much smaller car.
Oh, okay. I don't know them that well.
A Civic had either a 1200cc or a 1500cc motor that was liquid cooled. These had a little motorcycle engine that was 600cc, air cooled. So they were the predecessor to the Civic, and they weren't actually sold here, or at least they weren't designed to be sold in North America, but dealers did import them in to be sold here.
I think I just saw something where somebody did a big no-no, and Florida just repoed a crap ton of fucking cars that were not sold legally, that were imports.
Oh, that happens all the time in Florida.
Yeah.
Because it happens all the time in Florida and LA, because hey, look, there's the ports.
Yeah. B is for build posted, because he just did that that build where he sandwiched the two I think it was an R34 and an R35. I think it was an R34 and an R35. And he married them together. So the car itself is an R35, but the body on top of it's an R34.
Oh, interesting.
It worked out really nice. In fact, actually, I think now he's doing a DeLorean. I don't know what he's doing with it because I haven't watched that episode yet, but I do believe he's doing a DeLorean now.
Well, see, actually, there's a guy that, oddly enough, he's on TikTok. What he's building right now, and he's actually just a mechanic that'll talk every now and then, but he's not the one actually filming the process. Mm-hmm. He's got other people to do that, but building the weirdest R32 on the planet.
Oh,
cool, but weird. R32 Skyline that is now mid-engined with a rotary.
That is weird.
It is weird. It's
cool.
cool.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I like rotary engines, so.
Just make sure you got good brakes on them, because there's no back pressure on the rotary.
You know you're talking out loud. I don't think she realizes she's talking out loud.
Yankum ropes and straps are what he
Yes, that's
uses.
it. It's Yankums. Hey, Chris. I'm just about ready to kick this bottle.
Hey, Miss Formie should go get a little shot of that and try it now that it's chilled.
Yeah.
What's left of ours in the fridge.
But
that stuff goes down way too smooth.
I knew of his channel for a while, Heavy D. But it really wasn't until Gantry and Sons delivered that that last big vehicle to them. What the hell did they deliver? They delivered, I think it was another 6x6, some other kind of recovery vehicle. It wasn't the big wrecker, but it was something else. he just delivered. And I watched Gantry and Sons deliver that. And then I started watching their channel because they haven't even had that vehicle on their channel yet. That one that just got delivered. I think the newest vehicle they've had on the channel was that big lime green 5-ton wrecker. I think it was a 5-ton.
Pilot is correct.
What?
That bottle melts in your mind, not in the glass.
It looks like freaking chocolate milk, though. Not the light is literally just whiting it out, though.
See, to me that looks like Bailey's.
It's it looks like straight up Nesquik chocolate milk.
Okay. Well, whenever I see alcohol that looks like that, I think, hey, look, Bailey's, but that's not Bailey's.
No, this is not Bailey's. This is Buffalo Trace Distillery Bourbon Cream.
Yeah, so Bailey's.
And I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this anywhere around here, because that's pretty damn good. It's different than Bailey's. It does not taste like Bailey's.
Ironically,
I'm sure
I got that at a sheet store.
But we should do while we're sitting here talking about that. Where is it at? There we go. First off, we need to put that one on, or actually we'll put this one on, and we'll do this one. All right, Kat, you first. What's in the cup?
Well, we already know because I've been drinking it. Water.
H2O.
Because I'm being healthier because I've eaten crap all day long.
Boat flotation device. Yes, you can put it in your coffee. There is a whole bunch of recipes on their website for stuff you can do. I'm drinking it straight. I'm sure this would be awesome in my coffee, but I don't need alcohol in my coffee first thing in the morning.
I'm sure you're a rookie.
Because most of the time I'm drinking coffee, I'm at work.
See, you're not living right then.
I do believe that with the machines that I work around, alcohol and 600-ton presses would not go well.
That's because you don't believe.
I don't believe in stubby arms and flat fingers. Actually, I'm mainly working with it's called a Whitney, but it's a laser cutter, and we cut up to 3/8-inch mild steel with it to make the different parts that the welders use to put together different parts of the trailer.
Fair. So yeah,
But we have
actually
we have a 200-ton press. We have a 400-ton press. We have a 4,000-pound, 4,000-ton, and a 6,000-ton. Yeah, 4,000-ton and a 6,000-ton press. And we have a shear. And by shear, I mean like it'll munch through a 1/2-inch thick steel plate like it's tissue paper.
Fucking around there.
And then we have what they call the Dutchman, which is an iron worker, and we use that for notching corners and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, some of the stuff we have, let's just say in the fab shop we have a 10,000-pound crane to be able to move the material that we work with.
Nice. Yeah, I can see why.
But yeah. Oh, and it's kind of funny because apparently in Indiana last week, one of the Walmart distribution centers went up in a nice fiery ball of flame.
Oh.
And one of the pictures, you see all of the Walmart trailers lined up at the docks, all toasted like campfire marshmallows. Yeah, I have a feeling that Walmart's going to be placing another order with us for more trailers. We're already building Walmart trailers all the way into next year.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I mean, like they've built at my facility now. Great Dane makes trailers. They make reefers. They make dry trailers. They make flatbeds. They make all kinds of stuff. I think they call the regular box trailers that we make. I think they just call them dry vans. But the facility where I work at, they mainly make Walmart trailers. They've made FedEx trailers and some other stuff, but the majority of what they make is Walmart trailers.
FedEx trailers are cool.
They're all made by Great Dane. Even though you won't see a Great Dane symbol on them, unless you're really good at looking, because Great Dane still sneaks them on the trailers, even though FedEx doesn't want them on the trailers.
Really?
Yep. You'll find them in different places. If you look like on the inside of the bumper, there will be an engraved Great Dane dog. Different places. They hide their logo in different places on the trailer. It's mainly for liability reasons, because if somebody replaces a part that's not a Great Dane part, well, then it doesn't hold Great Dane responsible for that part.
Yeah.
But Walmart proudly displays their Great Dane logos everywhere. If you look at a Walmart trailer and look at the reflective strips, there's dogs in each one of the reflective strips. There's the big Great Dane logo on the back door and on the front wall, and other places throughout the trailer too. You cannot buy a used UPS truck. Probably not.
No, they don't sell UPS trucks.
No, they probably just scrap them.
I'm not sure, but I know like if you're a courier, if you're a an owner operator, yeah, you can't get a used UPS truck. And if you could, they'd cost you an arm and a freaking leg.
I'm gonna put my head out on a freaking on a limb here and say that that's probably the same with the Amazon trucks.
Good guy.
Pilot says they cut them up.
Where's the weird? Like, he used to, well, technically he didn't work for UPS, but the company that he worked for had the UPS contract, so, he was in the depot all the time and stuff like that. And so was I, coincidentally, because, I worked with him for a while.
I think Pilot asked if I worked in a machine shop. No, well, it's the fabrication shop is what they call it, but we do all of the we do the cutting. So we'll laser cut the flat parts, and then we'll take them and we'll bend them or punch holes in them wherever it's needed. They have a different company we have a different department that welds them all together. Anything that we can't make like that, anything that needs to be cast or is more intricate, like whatever, we have other companies that we buy the parts from. But anything that can be made out of a flat piece of steel or stainless steel, we make in-house. We might send it out to get galvanized dipped, but other than that, we make we'd probably make about, I want to say 85 to 90% of the trailer in that building. I mean, obviously, like the rear axles and the suspensions components and stuff like that we don't make, but anything that goes into the actual trailer itself, we make in-house. The last time my phone went for a ride across the room, I ended up replacing my phone.
Yeah, I've never thrown my phone across the room because I've never been that mad at a phone.
It wasn't necessarily the phone that I was mad at when it went flying across the room.
Fair enough.
Although your sister has she doesn't throw cell phones, but she would throw her
house phone. Yeah, I remember she'd go through, like, my sister would go through a house phone every, like, I don't know, 2 months.
Well, that's because they're freaking cheap. They're like $10. I mean, it's like somebody throwing. Well, actually, no. At this point, I wouldn't throw a game controller. They're too freaking expensive.
Exactly. Like, yeah, the fact that game controllers now are like the price of games is like.
Well,
wow.
Sometimes game controllers now are the price of some of your household bills.
They can. Well, okay, those are the really fancy ones.
I don't know. Like a basic game controller down here is $50 to $60. You
Yeah,
get
well, the thing
anything
is,
more than a basic
like,
controller. Well, that's a
like,
PlayStation controller. I normally buy Xbox ones.
yeah, well, I mean, they're pretty much the same price, to be honest. Because like, yeah, PS4 controller, brand new, is I think they still sell for $70. Now the games sell for $80. Of course, it's Canadian that I'm talking, but
Yeah. Ours are
yeah, and
about
it's
60, 65 down here for a game.
and then if you want a PS5 controller, I think it's like $100.
But I haven't bought an Xbox game, and I don't know how long, because I just have their stupid whatever their pay per month thing, because then I can play them on my computer.
Yeah, the Game Pass.
I have not played an Xbox game on an Xbox in probably close to 2 years. I play all my Xbox games on my computer because my computer can do it better than Xbox. I don't know anybody that still has a. Do you still have a landline, Cat?
Got rid of our landline when we. But I haven't had a landline in 8-9 years.
I have never owned a landline.
I mean, yeah, it's been a long time. But actually, I'll have to dip out here. So
all right, well, that'll cost you 5 million points to dip out.
And you can go fuck yourself. But yeah. Anyways, plus he's on the phone in the background too, so
no, I'm gonna guess with Bradley having phone issues, him being a co-host is a no-go.
Yeah, probably that. Well, hey, you've got Chris down there. So.
I have a Chris. He looks preoccupied.
That's expensive, but yeah.
Essentially, but anyways, I gotta dip out. So
all right,
I
bye,
will
Kat.
catch you
See you
all
next week.
later.
Chris, did we ever get what's in your cup?
No, I was waiting for you to get to that, and the easiest way to explain it is go share the picture I shared in your PM.
Oh my God! You realize how hard that is to do? Well, it's not as hard now that I got 2 screens.
It's impossible for me.
Yeah, I was almost going to. I didn't get the picture. Your phone never sent it out.
Okay. It should have.
But geez, that premiere did very well for the boost of that video.
Where the hell my healers at?
It got 10 views in the first hour, which is 2 more than usual. Which I guess isn't saying very much, but I haven't put out a whole crap ton of videos.
Try this again.
Oh, I think it's sent. Oh, that's the same one you sent to the. So what is it? I see a line, and it looks like a beer.
36 ounces of Dos Equis Dark Amber.
Das Equis. I probably butchered the way that I said that completely out.
Ain't no worse than trying to pronounce whatever the hell was I ordered for dinner.
Oh, I had urban butter noodles with coined kibasi, pan fried, and steamed broccoli with butter. Personal request of the better half. Even made a special trip down to the freaking grocery store for the kibasi and the noodles. Bradley's got Coke. I thought he almost said he had Dr. Pepper, because I was reading the soda, the drink, and I looked up on the next line above that, and I saw Doctor, and I didn't even read the whole line. Just assumed Dr. Pepper. He has a landline for doctor and school stuff. Meh. I don't see the point in paying a separate landline. That's why I have a cell phone. It has an answering machine. I'm gonna guess you have water, miss, for me. Or nothing. She might have sailboat fuel. What are you doing, Chris?
Reading an unfortunate event.
Reading an unfortunate event? Well, that doesn't sound good.
It's not. We'll
Pilot.
just put it simply like this.
Huh?
It was opening night at Winchester Speedway down in Virginia.
Did somebody not make it through the night?
They shut the races down. Yeah, apparently his safety belts failed and partially come out of the car, and the car rolled over him.
Oh, that's not good.
And I know them personally, so
yeah, that's
I'm
definitely not a good idea.
Gracefully bow out of the night. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Catch you later, Chris. Hope your night gets at least a little better.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I guess it's just us. Condolences, not condolences. Respects to Chris's friend. Apparently they had a bad night, and well, obviously a bad night. I don't even know. It's like, how do you even say something like that? Geez, respect to his family. To their family, because obviously somebody's not coming home tonight. Oh. But anywho, my old lady, oh, that's right. So, I guess we'll find out what happened with that later. Geez, I don't even know where to go from there. Wow. Yeah, I saw the things for that. They have a whole YouTube thing of time lapse where they ripped up the old asphalt. I don't know what they did with it. I didn't see that finished. I only saw the in progress shots of them pulling up the old asphalt. By the way, as I mentioned to what Chris just said, if you are out there doing any kind of car stuff, make sure that your safety equipment is up to date and is installed and working properly, regardless of whether that's your belts, your Hans, roll cage, whatever it is, fire suppressing systems. Just make sure all of that stuff is in good working order. I don't know how many people in here actually race, but I know there's tons of small track stuff all over the place that, your neighbor, best friend, whatever may be into doing. And making sure all that stuff is up to snuff is really important. So, I know I have a decent trip ahead of me tomorrow. I do believe that we are going out to the zoo with the little munchkin, and it'll be his first time in a big zoo. We have a littler zoo that's around us, but we're going out to the big city to go to the big city zoo. Should be fun. I haven't been out to that zoo since I was a teenager. I know that we had a tragedy back when I was a kid. I think the monkey house burnt down. They lost a big chunk of the zoo back then and had a big fundraiser to help with the damages and the loss of the individuals that were living at the zoo. But it'd be great to go back and go see it. I haven't seen it in like 20 years. More than 20 years, 25 years.
Nobody wants to say anything about damn bears.
Jess is sitting there talking about the teammates that she doesn't. Alrighty, how long have we been live? We've only been live for like an hour.
How far is this damn thing?
It's getting warmer. Like I said, I'm going to be picking up some car parts to finish the TA. I have two things that are in my cart right now. I have the Sniper EFI Hyperspark ignition box and the Hyperspark ignition coil that are sitting in my my cart right now. I was looking at adding a set of spark plug wires, and I still need to get spark plugs and fuel line. The fuel line I'm hesitant on because I don't know how much I'm going to need and if I'm going to need any fittings with it. So, not quite sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. But I want to get that car up and going.
Over the goddamn place.
If I can get that up and going, that frees up one garage space. Plus, I have the other bay, and we can get the Novas out of the storage unit and back home, so I can start working on those. Because the TA can sit outside once it's running and driving, and I fix the window. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to me getting back into doing some builds and getting these cars up and going. I know that I'm anxious to get my hands on the Novas and start taking them apart and get them to the point to where I'm starting to fix whatever needs to be fixed and getting them back in the direction of rebuilding instead of them just sitting. Oh, where'd you guys all go in the chat, man? So let me know what you guys are interested in. I'm also looking at switching my merch store over to a new merch company. If you guys have any ideas of different companies that do the merch stuff, preferably the more on-demand kind of thing instead of the buying hundreds of shirts all at once, please let me know. You can either get in contact with me with Instagram or whatever. Hey Jesse, you missed like half the show already. A frame for which truck, Brad? Yeah, Jesse, we had a live premiere video, and we also had the live stream already today.
Heroes never die.
Okay. Well, go make sure you go back and go check that video. We pulled the Novas out of the field and deposited them in a storage unit. Well, storage lot. I am currently doing the live stream and was looking up at parts earlier to get the TA up and going.
Oh, come on.
Finished up patching up all the rust on the floor. Yeah, I can't wait to start doing body work and different stuff with my cars. Watching everybody else get their builds going and just makes me anxious to get mine going. But yeah, I was looking up different parts I need to get for the TA. The other thing that I have going soon is the model stuff. It's getting warm enough outside that I could spray. Also looking into getting an airbrush, so I don't have to depend on the spray cans, because I have a bunch of them. If I don't pull the chair. I have a bunch of them, but I don't like them. I don't like the way they spray. I've stripped more paint off of models in the last couple of months than I ever did when I was a kid. Maybe it's because I'm more picky now as an adult. I don't know. But I want to get an airbrush. 88 to 98 Chevy 1500. Extended cab, short bed. Brother has it over in the Poconos. The frame broke by the right leaf spring hanger. Ooh, that sucks. Way to go, Brad. Where does that put you? Oh, I just deleted that. That's not what I wanted to do. I haven't painted anything. It's been too cold. Especially for spray cans. and I need something that I can spray and get a decent whatever, whether it's cold outside or not. I'm gonna put you in third. Oh, you've been in third. Looks like the hot spot is between fourth, sixth, and seventh, and maybe eighth, which is funny because eighth and fourth are the same person. I should take his score and add it together. Yeah, you guys think that's fair? Joe's score between his points that he earned for donating and then his actual YouTube account. Add the 2 points together so that way he has enough points on one account. Brad, you keep that model under control. Oh. IMS for me. Oh, of course you were here earlier. I think I'm going to do that. Let's see. Team Mechanic has... 3, 8, 2,
Why
2,
are y'all
10.
letting them behind?
And plus 4, 9, 3, 2, 0, 0. So if we put this in right, that is 875, 410. Save. There we go. And we will get rid of this one. There we go. That should fix the points. What has to hurt? Oh, try to till she gets on the snowmobiles and goes through. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Yeah, that's also not good. Nobody wants a concussion, or even more so, a hurt neck. You got to watch them fences. So if anybody's wondering why Team Mechanic just got a bunch of points, I added his YouTube account points totals with his PayPal account totals. So that way it more accurately reflects how much he actually donated. Well, his actual points. I don't think I need to do that for anybody else. He gave you guys a heart attack. Imagine what she went through. $1,000,000 points to the person that knows the year of my gray Nova. 1,000,000 points to the person that can give me the year of my gray Nova. Bonus 1,000,000 points if you know what the original color was. I don't think your dad would have been mad about wrecking the sled. Sleds are replaceable, people aren't. Yeah, I figured he would. I know your dad enough. See, you know, this is the time to get all your points when we're slow and I have no co-hosts. Best time to be in the chat. Yeah, get your Teespring merch while you can, because that store might not be there in another week or two. So if you had any shirts you had your eye on, I'd get them soon. Shirts, coffee mugs, stickers. Yeah, because like I said, I think I'm going to be going to a different company. And seeing what else I can get. Oh, good, he's last. That's because I had two accounts for the same person. That's why you got pushed out. I can tell you who's got the. Let's see. Cat's got the most watch hours, followed by Jesse, and then Pilot. Pilot, you're third in watch hours. And then there's a giant drop. I mean, it goes Cat at 21 hours, Jesse at 19 hours, Pilot at 17 hours, and then it drops all the way down to Brad at almost 8 hours. According to the Cloudbot.
Of course.
I love the freaking, like, completely, the completely, what is the word I'm looking for? Out of context commentary from my girlfriend at the moment. By the way, I'm guessing is done. Jesse, you won the year. Miss Formy, you won the color. The original color was brown. For the gray one. Another 1,000,000 points if you can guess the original color of the black one. Let me add these points here. Nobody gamble for a minute so I can make sure I get people's points correctly. Because I'm gonna have to I come in to manually add points.
You goddamn! I swear to God.
Smart. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Nobody wants to guess that one? I put Miss Formy up in the third. So what's exciting to talk about here? In case you didn't hear it, current 1,000,000 point giveaway is what color was my original Nova? Originally, from the factory. What was the factory color of my original Nova? You don't need the actual factory name, just the basic color. I saw your guess, Miss Formy. You're wrong. It wasn't blue.
I swear to God.
Jesse gets another 1,000,000 points. Yes, it was originally gold. Miss Formy's even seen the car up in person. No, it was not originally gray. I painted it gray shortly after I bought it. Because not long after I bought it, I found the giant-ass patch of 2-inch thick Bondo behind the driver's side door and the rusted out section behind the passenger side wheel well. So I ended up fixing both of those spots and primering the whole car. And then eventually I painted the car black. Because it's, you know, hot red black. Oh. Yeah, Jesse, that's not the right total. Yes, it is. Brad went from 3rd to 4th. Miss Formy went from, I think, 6th up to 3rd. And Jesse is closing the gap on Katerina. Let's see. Give me something else. Give me something else. What color was my original Ram? Another million-point giveaway. So everybody knows what you've been doing with your friends over there in Overwatch too. You keep yelling.
So?
It's funny. Million points. Original color of my original Ram. I think,
come on, somebody pick a good
Jess,
score.
I think one of our spoops is getting dinner.
Did they answer your question?
No, they're not yet.
Can I answer it?
No, not yet.
You're a jerk.
You know it. You rode in. No, did you ever ride in that truck? I think maybe once. Jess, did you ever ride in the original one? Oh, she's back to playing the game. Brad gets it. It was green. It's like a dark metallic forest green. I don't think any of my Rams have been a common color. I don't know how common that dark green is, but I know that the brown and silver is not a common color. I like that color green, but I've grown to really like the brown and silver that I have now. I still think that I'm pretty sure that brown and silver is very, very not a popular color. I've only seen I belong to several rampages, and I have not seen the combination of the brown with the silver lower half. I don't know, like once or twice. I know the blue is really popular, the red is really popular, the silver is really popular. The red and silver, the blue and silver. I don't think I've seen the green paired with anything other than it was green and silver. Yeah, a lot of them have been painted with a silver bottom, but I don't think I've really seen the. I don't think the two-tone is that rare. I have seen red and silver, blue and silver, green and silver. The teal teal and silver I've seen, the darker teal, like the more greeny teal. I have seen unless you get the sports trucks, the standard trucks had a lot of the two tones. But yeah, I don't know. How many guys we still got in here? We down to 4? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, I'm seeing down to 4. Oh. Yeah, there was a lot of colors between what was that? 94 to 2002. I forget. I know there was like two different. There was like the older style with the chrome side mirrors, and then they went to the black ABS plastic side mirrors, which are the later ones. But they had the same body. They changed the dash too, I think, in the earlier years. The earlier years the dash was a little different. But other than that, the truck mainly kind of stayed the same. You need about 1,000,000 points there, Jesse. I don't think so. I think they both had the same problem of crumbling. I'm not positive though. I mean, I know that's the big thing with the second gens is is a dash crumbling. But if you've seen the dash on mine, it's not crumbled. Then again, it was replaced. My original dash, no, but they replaced it with a black one before I bought it. So when I bought it, it had a solid dash. Now the green truck, it was just starting to come apart.
Stop the damn payload! Come on.
But yeah, the original dash on my green truck was just starting to come apart, and that was a tan dash. So the interior, not tan, gray, light gray. It was a dark green truck with a light gray interior, and then my brown truck has a tan interior, but has a nice black dash. I like it. I think the black dash with the tan looks pretty cool. Because they still kept all of like the inserts, the gray insert pieces are all tan, but the dash itself is black. Oh, Jesse, we got to get you set up with a camera. You're here like every week. Might as well be a co-host at this point, unless you'd rather just be in the chat. I'll have to get a picture of the interior of the tan truck, the brown truck. Hey, Harvey, right? We can finally see you. I figured out what the issue was. It had something to do with my word block list. Oh, I'm not saying tonight, Jesse. I was just saying in the future. I need to find more co-hosts instead of just depending on the same ones all the time, because they're not, obviously Kat's not available every week. Chris isn't available every week, and the other people that I used to have as co-hosts, they're not around anymore. So I need to expand my co-host library so that way I have more people that have the ability to join in and host. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to have you up here, Jesse, at some point.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, geez, we've gotten to the point where we've had my girlfriend as a co-host. Waiting for her to respond to that. Somebody's got to kick Cat off of the stream boss. Jeez, how freaking big is this box? Who was a good co-host? What are my thoughts on Trans Ams? I don't know. I only own a 79. I've wanted one since I was a kid. The first car I ever drove home in was from the hospital when I was born was a Trans Am. That's funny. Useless in the winter. Have you not seen my my Trans Am pictures in the winter? I drove my Jean Grey in the winter. I agree with you, Brad. Look good whether they're in primer or painted. No, it does not revolve around Trans Am. I mean, Jesse, my premiere that I just posted was of my the 277 Novas. My first car was, well, I shouldn't say my first car. My first car was technically an Escort. My first muscle car was a Nova. That the engine in that Trans Am, Brad, does not need to be replaced. It needs to be rebuilt. That engine that's in that car is a rare factory drag race engine. 74 Super Duty 455. That is a nice engine. Made way more power than the factory said it did. Though technically, what the engine that is in your dad's Trans Am that he just took home is probably similar to that Super Duty 455. I mean, it's Brad, that engine needs to go out to a machine shop to be rebuilt. No offense, but that's you fuck that engine up. It's a one of a kind almost. Even I mean, granted that I might build the rotating assembly at home. but the getting it honed and milled and balanced and all of that, no, that needs a machine shop. And that's a 455 Buick with 11-to-1 compression. Let me see. I have the whole list of what all that was in that. Yeah, exactly, Jesse. I can assemble. I mean, that's what I went to school for, was rebuilding engines, but I just don't have I don't have the tools and the precision machinery that a machine shop has to do that part of the work. So, I mean, yes, assembling an engine and being able to use those tools, sure, but I don't have them, so a machine shop it is. And in fact, the engine that is in his car most likely came from the GSX. High flow heads, forged TRW pistons, Mark IV 7,000 RPM camshaft, valve train, specific main bearings. No, that's that specific car. Hold on. Stage 2 Buicks came with an estimated 450 horsepower. Can run 1070s at 123 miles an hour in a quarter mile. Um, yeah, high flow heads. Yeah, Mark IV 7,000 RPM camshaft. Um, TRW pistons, aluminum intake. No, that's still that. That's not the right. He only has an 11-to-1. Got all work done before work. But yeah, that is a motor that needs to be rebuilt and redone. I know it's tired now, but that thing's going to freaking scream when it's rebuilt. And that thing makes power now, and it's hurt. It had no problem lighting the tires up, as you'll see in the next video. And like I said, that engine's hurt. It's got bad rings. It needs it needs some help, and it still is a thumper. Though I honestly say I think the cam in my car is nicer. My car's got a much nicer thumpity thump cam than the cam that's in that, but most like I guarantee you the motor that's in Chris's car will make way more horsepower. What am I typing? I'm typing in the wrong spot.
It's even the damn monkey that killed me.
Okay.
Really? Your freaking name is Master Pew Pew?
Stage 2 dealer installed package known as the dealer option, first offered in 1969. It included cam, headers, intake, manifold, high compression forged piston, hollow out push rods, and some calibration changes to the ignition and carburetor. And the Stage 2 package was designed for the 455 to include special round exhaust port Stage 2 heads, machined matching custom brand headers, a radical cam, high compression forged pistons, Edelbrock B4B aluminum intake, Holley carburetor, 850 CFM, and other equipment for racing. Few Stage 2s even exist, and the Buick only ever factory assembled one Stage 2 test unit. It was a factory GSX-X clone test mule with a 4-speed manual transmission used for speed testing. The Stage 2 package existence was not made public until 1972, when the Stage 2 parts could be ordered in any combination. There's little documentation on any Stage 2 cars that were sold. 3 are known to exist, and all 3 cars were built as Stage 1 cars at the factory. One was owned by Kenny Bell, a factory-backed Buick high-performance specialist based in California. Sponsored by Reynolds Buick, this car was used to test the car and development of the Stage 2 components in conjunction with Buick engineering. Second Stage 2 is known as a Jones-Bensky car. The Jones-Bensky car is known to have been delivered as a Stage 1 car. The Stage 2 hood and scoop were added later. Stage 2 iron heads were purchased by the owner at the local Buick dealer. The car had a very successful drag racing career. The third was a Bob Thetford and campaigned as the Wild E Coyote in NHRA. But yeah. If he has the 11-to-1 compression Buick 455, that's a Stage 2. Let's see what I'm looking at. Yeah, money is definitely in short supply. I know the feeling pretty much, but it's bigger half of finishing my truck money wise. Just being off work for 3.5 months put a huge dent in our fun toy plans. Yeah, I did the same thing with our household. Between losing my last job and getting this one. Solar powered flag light for my flag. You don't even have Insta, do you?
Oh no, not Toxic Bob.
You mean Discord? I know you have Discord. We didn't send anything to Discord. Oh. Unless you're pulling my chain. I can fix fix the stuff cheaper for you than a shop would cost you. Yeah, that's generally how that works. So if you guys haven't watched the video I just posted earlier tonight, please do. Let me know what you think. I am going to be working on the video of Chris's Trans Am this week, and I should have it up before next live stream. Probably going to do the same thing of doing the live video premiere right before the live stream, depending on how things work. But I think I'm going to call it a night, guys, and because we're going to get up early tomorrow to go out to the zoo. So yeah, have you guys have a great week, and catch you next week. If you have any ideas on t-shirt companies or comments on the video that I just posted, let me know. And maybe we'll cover it next week. But all right, guys, have a good week.